In this class, we will be talking about utilizing the different match types in Amazon. So we have three different types. We have broad match, we have phrase match, and we have exact match. So let's just dive right in. Let's say that the search term is funny wine glass, and let's just search real quick to see what we have here. And as you can see, we have different wine glasses. And we really don't know, like as we can see, we have some sponsored top there. So those targets might be targeted with broad match, phrase match, or an exact match. So here is the idea. With the broad match, if the search term is funny wine glasses, we will be visible with search terms like funny glasses, wine glasses funny, or even glasses, but not with the bear glasses or glasses bear. So basically, broad match is the broadest match, and it has the least restrictive match type. We have to be careful while using this one, just because it might be too broad, and if we are bidding high for this keyword, it might be expensive, and you might get some irrelevant keywords. To make sure that we're being profitable with broad matches, we just have to use negations, and this is for another class. But be careful while you're bidding for the broad match. Just make sure that if we are not being aggressive with that keyword or with that product, we should be careful with the bid choice. Let's just go with the phrase match. So phrase match is the more restrictive and more relevant match type. So with this one, let's say that our search term is still funny wine glasses. And with the phrase match, we will be visible for the searches where our phrase is matching. So wine glasses. As we can see, we have wine glasses here. Funny wine glasses. This is an exact match of it, but it will be also visible in the phrase match. This also applies for the rose match. Let's not forget that. So we will be visible for the exact match. So funny wine glasses, we will be visible. And funny wine. And as you can see, we have funny wine as a phrase match. But wine glasses funny is not a phrase match, just because funny comes to the end. So we have to make sure that what we can do is we can just use wine glasses, and then funny can be the phrase match that Amazon will match for us. Bear glasses is a completely different search term for phrase match, and we cannot also use funny glasses, just because between funny and glasses we have wine, which we don't have any phrase match. So with the exact match is we have the full control with the exact match. We know what the search term is, we know how relevant this keyword is, and we know if this keyword is profitable for us or not. We usually go with the relevant keywords, and we usually bid higher for those exact matches, just because we know that this keyword is working and we want to be ranking higher, or we know that this keyword is relevant for us, so we wanna bid higher on that keyword. So with the exact match, there is only like small nuance differences. For example, funny wine glasses is a plural, so funny wine glass and funny wine glasses can be a match type for exact match. There is also one more example that I just want to give. For example, let's go with women's. I don't know. Let's say that the keyword is women's. And with the exact match, or this also applies for broad, phrase, and exact, we know that women's and women's are considered as the same. Are considered as the same for Amazon, and it doesn't really matter if you are using women's with apostrophe or women's without the apostrophe. So you can keep that in mind. And let's just see how we are utilizing those keywords and how we are creating campaigns for those broad matches. So the first thing that we're going to do is we will just go to the advertising manager, and the advertising console, and from there we'll just create a new campaign. From here you can either use with the keyword targets, we have sponsor product and sponsor brands, and we can use keywords for those two. With the sponsor display, we can it's a different type of advertisement, and we will be covering that with the different classes. But for now, if we want to use keywords, we will be using sponsor products or sponsor brands. But right now, I'll just give you an example with sponsor products. So let's just dive right in. And so right now, all right, our page is loaded. So let's just go to let's make sure that this is manual targeting, just because we will be using keyword targeting. And as you can see, we have keyword targeting over here, and here is the part that we really care about. So we have broad match, we have phrase match, and we have the exact match. So what you can do is actually you can just go through the enter list, and let's say that this is the keyword that we want to add as broad. Then what you can do is you can just add this as a broad, and you can either go with the suggested bid or you can add a custom bid. If you know the product, if you know the keyword, and if you know the account overall, we can always go with a custom bid, but we usually go with suggested bid to see what Amazon really suggests us, and then we can change it. And for this keyword, we don't have a suggested bid, so we will just go with 0.75 for now. And as you can see, we added funny wine glasses as a broad match for our campaign. So what we can actually do is we can actually add phrase and exact match to the same campaign, but as a max standard, we don't usually do that. What we do is we always separate the match type for different campaigns. Like we just want to make sure that we are separating each match type with a different campaign, just because it is way cleaner and it is way easier to navigate and control the spending. So let's say that this is our broad match key campaign. We would create this campaign, launch campaign, and we would also have, let's say, exact match of it. So we will also add a new exact match, and we would also create this campaign as a separate campaign. So this is the basics of broad, phrase, and exact match. So this is the end of this class. We learned how to utilize different match types: broad match, phrase match, and exact match. Broad match being the broadest, phrase match being more restrictive one and being a little bit more relevant one, and exact match is the exact match of it. So we have the full control of it. It is relevant and it is probably profitable. And so that's all. See you on the next lesson.